Good evening. Well, first and foremost, I'd like to thank you for your service. I know you normally would be saying that to me or any of the vets in the program, but what you're doing is really outstanding. When I came home from Iraq, in the region, I had many obstacles, reintegration, actually relating to people that I grew up with, family members. In your family, growing up, you're typically, you don't, at least I didn't really have too many problems or anything to actually worry about. I pretty much, my biggest worry was I going to score a touchdown next football game? Was she going to say yes? Something like that, no real worries. And when I came home, people would say things like, "Oh, you've changed. We don't hardly ever see you that much." And a lot of guys, when we come home, when you're in the military, you tend to form a family. You hear the term camaraderie. Well, camaraderie, we have such a strong camaraderie is because when you're growing up, you rely on your parents like about the first year or so of your life, and it's life or death when you're an infant. But in the military, you rely on your brothers and your sisters to actually trust them with your life, like literally. And so that's why our camaraderie is so tight. And being here in this program, I feel like I actually have that family again. I'm amongst all veterans. A lot of teachers and people in my life in the program are vets. And it doesn't even matter if you're a vet. At the end of the day, if you're performing service, that is so honorable to me. That's like the biggest thing in the world. Coming into the program, I came from the VA, and I was there. I was doing PTSD work, and through post-traumatic stress disorder or traumatic brain injury, you tend to isolate, self-medicate. We're taught that you can do anything on your own. There's nothing you can't do, and if you can't do it, it's in your head. So pretty much you can do anything. And so we isolate. I believe so strongly in CDS Monarch and Warrior Salute because I'm up here speaking in front of you right now. There's a lot of you I recognize, but I would never be up here if I haven't come so far. I've spent months in the basement just contemplating, having, regrets, guilt, on my hands. I couldn't even count how many people I lost on my watch. So it becomes very difficult. When you come into an environment like CDS Monarch, Warrior Salute program, you're actually, initially, nerves are up there, it's a new environment. But I can come here, we have the salute room, it's a place where we can relax, but like right now, the biggest one is prolonged exposure, dealing with combat experiences. I work in the Harris room whenever I have time off of my therapies. And when I come here, I'm, people like to say people with developmentally, or developmental disabilities and things like that, but how I see it is they're my peers. They struggle with things just like I struggle with things. I definitely feel honored it's hard for me to get out of bed sometimes, but as like the vets in the new courthouse, we're all in this together and we help each other. And when I get here, I may have to do exposure therapy that day, and it might be really difficult for me, but I walk through here and it's almost like the different, my peers, really, my peers treat me like I'm a celebrity. Hi, Jonathan. How you doing? And I'm just, I feel like I'm like President Obama. He's like, and really, it's so humbling, and it's so, it's like they do so much for me, and I take my time. It might take me 10 minutes to get to Flutters to eat, but I really appreciate everything so much. Since I've been here, I've done, being in the Navy as an operations specialist, yes, I've touched down overseas, but also, I served on 2 aircraft carriers, USS Nimitz and USS Dwight D. Eisenhower. I'd say about 85% of my trauma is actually on the water. And when I came into the program, I wanted to start, you know, you have to face it, you have to go for it. And that's probably like one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. And so I did the sailing program. I actually got U.S. Sailing certified out of Canandaigua Yacht Club. And that was like so difficult to actually get out on the water. And you know, this program is just supporting me in every single thing that I've even wanted to do. This program is always constantly changing for the better since I've got here. Yeah, I keep looking at Mrs. Mark. Talk to him every single day. But this program is just outstanding. You know, we have a home where it's actually a home where all vets, like, we come get away from here, and please believe when I say get away from here, it's because we work. We do work here. Like, we address issues that are actually holding us back. And so we go home and we're together. And we have a safe place to stay. We have a roof over our heads. Mr. Sandcar, you know, like every time, just so you know, every time I see Mr. Sandcar, I see you back there, Justin. Every time I see him, they always, every single time, Justin has a wisecrack all the time, which is awesome. But Mr. Sandcar, he always asks me, how am I doing? Mr. Marvaso, how are you doing? How's everything going? Melissa, how are you doing? Is there anything we can help you with? I mean, it's outstanding. But just pretty much in closing, I just want to let you know that, you know, all of the vets, you know, and this is on behalf of everybody, we really want to thank you for your service. Without you, we couldn't do what we're doing, which is actually the reintegration part. I'm able to stand in front of you right now. You don't see me doing this, you know, I know how many people are in here, but, I mean, you know, this is what it's about, you know. And so, we just really want to thank you for your service, and it's just an awesome. This is Warrior Salute is just, without Warrior Salute, I could not be doing anything. I'm starting school in January. I didn't even think I would be able to actually sit in a classroom, you know. So there's just so much. I mean, I'm speaking off the top of my head. I don't have a speech or anything like that, but I just want to really thank you for your service, and thank you, C.S. Monarch, and thank you, Mr. Something.